You don't usually do that though.
Yeah, I always say that. Go back and look at the podcast. I said on my newscast. More like this.
We get a lot of commentary about our thighs, eh?
Yeah, people will talk about this part of my leg.
Because did you know that every podcast that we've ever recorded, we've always been wearing shorts?
Well, I thought that was that first rule.
It wasn't a rule, it was just something... Because we're short-wearing guys, we wear shorts.
That's right.
And did you know that on a lot of...
shorts. Yeah.
But on a lot of or video or film, I guess you'd call them projects?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I turn this down a little bit? Mine's a
Turn
bit
what down?
high. My voice is a bit loud on this.
Oh, yeah. Just do it manually.
On my headphones.
Do it manually.
No, it's just on my headphones. No, but
This button. Phones. Down.
That's better. That's way better. Okay, so what I was going to say was that, you know how in every movie...
2 ears.
You think about every movie that you've ever seen. Have you ever seen a movie star wearing shorts? Think about it. Have you ever seen Tom Cruise wearing shorts? Have you seen Brad Pitt wearing shorts?
Fuck.
Robert Downey Jr. in shorts? You never ever see...
Hold on, man. There's someone.
Nah.
There's a movie where people are in shorts.
There's not. I've seen every movie that's ever been made.
There's swimming scenes, but you're talking about
of course.
Yeah.
But just casual short-wearing people. Like we're wearing shorts here.
Friends?
No, not on Friends.
Joey in shorts?
No, I don't think he ever... Or David Schwimmer. He never wore shorts.
And he wasn't even a good swimmer.
No. There would be no swimming scenes. So that's why, we wear shorts on here. Because I think we're comfortable with our thighs. But we do get a lot of commentary about our thighs. However, if I think we were wearing pants like every movie star in the history of film, we probably wouldn't be getting the commentary about our thighs.
It's good to have a little point of difference, say, an attack from the blind side, and that's what we've done by not going down the same route with everyone else, and pants.
Yes.
And it really helped me with my body confidence, because I used to hate my thighs, but the comments that people give is just so rewarding.
It's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single negative comment about your thighs or my thighs. It's because they are outstanding thighs.
Yep. No, I feel comfortable. I think we can get into it.
Yeah.
Should we do a podcast?
Yeah, I think we should. Because we haven't done one for... Well, we were doing triannually.
Yeah.
Our podcasts were triannually.
Which is 1 every 3 years?
No, it's 3 every 1 year,
okay.
I think. So we're doing quite a few. There was a lot of podcasting to do.
A lot of content. Once every 90 days.
1 every 90 days.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that's why I thought we better cut it right back.
Yeah.
Because things were getting a little bit too hectic. You were blowing up.
I was ruining my... Oh, no. I was starting to get recognised.
Yeah, you were starting to get recognised. People yelling out, "Feces! You're such a piece of shit. No one likes you."
Oh.
And they didn't realise that you were actually portraying a character. Your character Feces on the vlog videos.
Yeah, that's right. It's something that we've developed over time, that character Feces, and people sort of struggling to differentiate.
They couldn't differentiate
real world
from
vlogging.
Yes, and that's also why I bring up the movie star thing, because you were kind of becoming a bit of a star, sort of like a movie star.
I was getting recognised.
Where people couldn't differentiate your character from the real Feces, Luke Taplin.
In the streets, when I'm with wife and kids. I'm at work. Feces. Nobody likes you.
Yes, nobody likes you.
They just wanted to bully me, and it made them feel good to bully me because I don't know what. It's like it was a free pass.
Yes,
that's what Feces gets.
Yes, and that's unfortunate.
And I kind of like it. There's something inside me that I kind of get off on it a little bit.
Yeah,
bully
you're a sadist.
Yeah, I'm a sadist and a little bit of a simp.
Sadomasochist, a little bit. You like that self-torture for pleasure.
Yeah, it's been fun. I was even just trying a little group thing. I went from canyoning, and the canyon guy was like, "It's fucking Feces." Looked at me in the eye. "You're fucking Feces." I just tried to say I was Luke. "No, I know you."
He wasn't having it.
"I know you fucking dick." "No, call me a retard."
Oh,
"I know you retard."
Hard R.
Yeah, and then he pushed me into the water.
Yeah.
Feces. Told everyone else it's Feces. So it did start ruining my life in certain areas. My wife hated it.
Pretty embarrassing for her when you're walking down the street and someone yells out, "Feces, you piece of shit! No one likes you. Your wife should leave you."
It's probably the worst nickname you could get.
It's close to it.
Yeah. But it's like Yeasty. That's another bad one. I had a friend named Yeasty.
Yeah, Yeasty's not a good one.
He
lots of different connotations for Yeasty.
Yeah, and he wasn't even the one
mainly
with the
thrush.
yeast.
Thrush.
Yeah. What's that? That's it.
It's your watch.
I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, we haven't been trying
Well, yeah,
biannually feces. We had to slow it down.
Yeah, we had
that's
to
right.
slow it down. Now we're at biannual podcast episodes just because of obviously the issues that feces.
Do I be
fucking
feces or Luke on this?
I think you should be Luke. I think you should, be empowered to bring back your real name.
Yeah, okay.
But in saying that, it's kind of like because I'm Luke and you're Luke, so it's a good way to also differentiate the two of us.
Because otherwise someone says Luke, we're both like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if someone says feces, we know exactly who they're talking
I'm like,
about.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe you should keep it.
Should we just let it see? Let's see what happens.
We'll just
Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean it's up to obviously your massive fan base to determine whether or not they want to refer to you as your legal God-given name Luke or your new name Feces, which kind of sticks like shit.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see what happens.
Sorry, I got distracted by someone yelling your name. Or your nickname, sorry, Feces.
My neighbour.
Your neighbour, yeah. Pretty awkward.
He's who sells me milk.
But yeah, hey, it's good to be back and biannual podcast. I know some people say that you need to be consistent with your podcasting, and we are. This is actually 2 a year.
That's what they don't understand is we're regular as fuck.
Yeah.
We're just biannually, triannually.
Yeah. No, we are
one
regular.
a day. We don't do one a week. We don't, but you know when to expect us. May and November.
And I mean, imagine listening to us talk once a week.
I know.
Why would
like I said
you're a self-masochist before.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who is willing to listen to this once a week, they could probably be put in the same category.
Yeah. But it's nice that they do, and I'm sure they're getting something out of it, like feeling better about themselves.
Yeah. Well, I've always said that I think listening to this podcast is kind of like it's a perspective manipulator, because if you put aside an hour of your day to listen to this podcast, the other 23 hours of that day are going to be fucking fantastic in comparison to listening to us talk shit about surfing and other aspects of our lives.
And you might also realise how easy it is to be productive, because you look at us struggling to explain this one thing 8 times.
Yes.
When we could just said this podcast isn't very good.
Yeah. Oh, we could have done that. But we elaborated for so long on it.
Way too thick.
Yeah.
It's like a milkshake you can't suck in the straw no more.
That's right. Our time management is terrible.
And so they can take this lesson, apply it to their day, be brief, concise, and accurate.
Yeah. And that's why I think what we are doing is a service to society.
Yep.
Whether people realise it, but I feel like now sometimes we do actually have to explain what it is that we're trying to achieve here.
Mainly for ourselves. It's
self-gratification.
Yeah. And just shows that the brain in here is good at some things, but not good at others. We have to keep telling ourselves what we're trying to say so we understand it.
That's right. And I think that's mostly what podcasting in general is.
Mm. Welcome to Influence Swing.
Flint Swing.
Yep.
Influence Swing. Welcome to Influence Swing. But yeah, what's on the agenda? We always have to have an agenda on this podcast because we get a little bit wayward.
Well, I guess what have you been up to since in the last 9 months?
In the last 9 months since the last episode?
Podcast, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. Not a lot, really. Just surfing.
You've been surfing?
Yeah. I mean, that's all I really do. That's kind of who I am as a person, and the only thing that I have that kind of grounds me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see you've stopped making Jack Links videos. Do you hate them now?
Oh, I hate them. Yeah. They stopped paying me money. So when they stopped paying me money, I was kind of like, well, not really into it as much anymore.
Are you like, fuck Jack Links now?
Nah, because they really provided me with the funds needed to create a whole lot of content that people loved.
And it is yum.
Yeah, it's all right. And to be honest, I didn't really eat a lot of it. I like it. I didn't eat a hell of a lot of it, but I'm absolutely appreciative to Jack Links for providing me with the money so that I could go and basically live my life as a holiday.
Yeah.
I went to Bali several times because I could afford it because they were paying me money to make videos. Which is pretty fucking cool.
How long were you with Jack Links for? How long was that relationship?
5 years.
5-year relationship?
5 years.
Fuck. That's hot.
Yeah. It was pretty good. It was good while it lasted, but it like everything, all good things must come to an end. So now if anyone wants to pay me money to make videos so they can go to Bali and have a good holiday, go for it. I'm
So you're
willing to accept all offers.
So the last 9 months have been like post-relationship, sort of refining
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, who am
gathering
I?
momentum again. Who are you?
What do I
Where's
stand
Leeds?
for?
Yeah.
How am I going to make money now?
Are you still a surfer?
I'm just holding on to it. Yeah. Because sometimes I look at it out there and I'm like, you know what? It's become too popular. There's too many people out there, and maybe am I part of the reason? Am I part of the problem? Because I'm making surfing look so appealing, you know?
Yeah, you are the billboard, especially around, the western Waikato.
Oh, yeah.
300 square metres of Raglan.
Yeah.
Probably the influence in there. Probably not much anywhere else.
Yeah. Funnily enough, people don't really like me in Raglan.
Don't they?
No, because I've been exposing the spot, blowing up the spot a little too much.
Raglan?
Yeah, Raglan. Yeah.
Raglan's
You've heard of it before, right?
Yeah, Raglan's famous for surfing.
Yeah, it's very famous for surfing.
It's probably New Zealand's premier surf break.
I wish I had that kind of pull where I could actually influence a whole lot of people to come and surf a surf spot that is already full of surfers.
Yeah.
Imagine if people thought, oh, Raglan, that's Raglan Surf Report, not Raglan. Oh, that's that really famous surf spot that is world renowned for being a very long series of left-hand points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you
Do I what?
have that pull?
I don't have that
No.
pull. No.
I
no.
understand now.
I mean, if I did, holy shit, my ego,
What do you mean people
big
don't-
as it is, would be fucking through the roof.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean people don't like you?
Oh, just because I'm a cunt as a person.
Oh.
Yeah, that. Like, mainly that.
You're not
But-
that friendly, eh?
Nah, I'm not. I mean, I try to be friendly, but to be honest, like, sometimes I'm just, like, not really into it. I've talked about it before when someone comes up, like, people come up to me and say, hey, what's the surf doing? And I'll be standing in front of the surf in Raglan and someone will ask me that. And I get what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, you're the surf report guy. Give me a surf report. And
You've
I
never
usually
actually-
just respond with just, like, look there.
That's what it
just
is.
look, that's what it is. I'm not going to elaborate on what that is because whatever the words that come out of my mouth are not really going to help you understand what those waves are like when you can just see it and interpret those waves with your own eyes.
Do you ever suck the finger and whack it in the air?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because I can't tell what way the wind's going all the time. And that's the best way to do it.
Is that because you've got no hair on your head?
Yeah.
'Cause that's how you
Is that
normally
how
tell-
is that how people with hair figure out what way the wind is going? Like
Yeah.
whatever way that their
Yeah.
hair is going.
If you feel your head being, pushed that way a little bit with your hair, it gets in your eye if you got long enough. But yeah, that's how you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I forgot what it was like to have hair. I haven't had hair since I was like 13, 14, so it's a foreign concept to me.
You like your balls and your head swapped. You had no hair on your balls, and then you went through puberty and you got hair on your balls and then no hair on your head. But you
No,
had hair on your head
it's actually
pre-puberty.
not like that.
You did like
but-
Sorry.
No, I'll tell you one thing that is actual scientific fact. Well, it's not scientific at all, but it's just something that I've found. When I had hair on my head, could not grow a beard. Could not grow a beard at all. And then as soon as my hair started just slowly dissipating off the top here, it started to really fill out down here. So when they say, oh, it's the old switcheroo thing with guys who are bald with beards, it quite fucking literally is.
Wow.
Yeah.
You truly never grew a beard when you had hair on your head?
No, did not.
And
Could
you
not
tried?
grow a beard.
You tried?
Could not grow a beard.
So you're
Terrible, like just wispy little patchy facial hair. That
So
was
from
it.
the neck up, you can only produce so much hair.
Yes.
That's 6,000 strands.
Yeah.
And if they're on your head, they're on your head. You're
Yeah.
not getting any more on your face.
And they will change areas.
Why can't you do 3,000 on each and have a week set up on both?
Like have 6,000 strands of hair.
Yeah, but
'Cause that's too
3,000
much
on your
hair.
face and 3,000 on your head. Nah, man, I reckon we got 50,000 on.
No. See, with with most humans, our necks are only designed to carry so much weight. So if we have like 3,000 strands of hair on our face or 3,000 on our head, then that's okay. Like our neck can handle 3,000 strands of hair. It's not overweighting our head. But then if we have more than that, it can actually, like, you'll see a lot of people who have a full head of hair and a beard, they will have neck issues.
Neck pain.
Yeah. Because their body, their neck, can't hold that much hair.
Is that why neck pain's quite common with transsexuals? You'll notice
I'll
that.
just let
They're
you
always...
sit with that.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, they have hair on their head and their face.
And there's a correlation between that hair and the neck pain?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to work out.
Well, I just assume anyone with hair on their head and on their face is going to have neck issues.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of their sexuality or their gender.
Like Santa.
Like Santa's fucked, mate.
But his neck pain is at the front.
We always go so wayward on this.
Okay.
I don't even know how we got here.
Well, I asked you what you've been up to for the last 9 months.
And then we got to talking about neck hair. Oh, not even neck hair. We won't get started on fucking neck hair or back hair.
Saw Adam as Apple.
Yeah, Saddam. Saddam?
Said
I can't even fucking say Satan.
We're out of practice,
Santa.
man.
I'm thinking of Saddam Hussein and
Who do you hope
sodomy.
is real more? God, Satan, or Santa?
Who do I hope's real more?
Yeah.
Well, fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus actually does something.
Yeah.
Like, what is Satan and God? Like, they're not even like real things.
Well, one's, yeah. One, I don't know who's most clever out of those two.
Yeah. What have you been doing the last 9 months?
Oh, walking the dog, looking after the kids, that sort of shit. But I had a real problem with my marriage. You know how I was like living with a semi-successful white woman?
Yeah.
My wife.
Yeah.
And she's like anally retentive about everything, and you know, I wasn't working.
That's just
But
women
she's
in
like
general.
coming at me hot about like, oh, you're fucking gambling too much, you're drinking too much, you're
Mm.
fucking, you know, doing too many drugs, rah, rah, fucking pull your weight, can't, you know. And I'm
Yeah, but
like,
that's her role to provide for you so that you can do those things which every good man is supposed to.
yeah, well, that's right. She and I don't, you know, she's just got a mean ass job compared to me, and I can't hold one down because you know it's there's lots going on, but. She was all like, you fucking have to move out, get a job.
Mm.
So I went and got a job.
What?
Yeah, I went and got a job. A proper
Fuck
job.
off.
Truly.
Like an actual job.
Yeah,
Like you have to like go there.
yeah,
turn
yeah,
up.
I got to go tomorrow. It's my next
Work.
day tomorrow.
Are they paying you?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You're
So
pa-
is it
you're
actual
paying
real
me.
job?
You're actually paying me in
How?
your taxes because I'm
I
a
pay
fireman.
taxes.
I'm a fireman now.
Ah,
Fireman Luke. Firefighter. They say firefighter Taplin.
yeah.
Not a qualified firefighter. I'm a rookie. I get qualified in 18 months. But I moved to Rotorua for 3 months and trained in firefighting, and had to learn how to get the water out of the ground up and through the hydrant over to the truck, push out the hoses into the truck the hoses that you're holding, and put it at the fire that you want to squirt, and then heaps of other shit that they do as well. And I've done like 5 sets now, and each set is 4 days, so I've done like 20 days.
20 days firemanning.
Yeah.
And you're still doing
Look,
it.
there's my suit.
Fuck, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's...
Haven't got burnt yet.
Wow. So you're
Oh,
out
that's
there...
a lie. I did get burnt.
Oh, that's pretty fucking
I
minor.
got burnt, yeah. And someone said like the Inland Revenue because they got their dole cut. Their dole's like free money from the government in New Zealand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we all needed. We needed a hero like
They
that.
fucking burn that shit
Did
down.
you go?
man. They
Did
cut
you
them
go
in.
and did you go and pour some more gasoline on it, or help them out?
Yeah, well, it's a funny thing about my firefighting is I don't really like putting out the fire because I kind of like the look of it.
How good is fire?
Yeah.
Just looking at fire, you know that they say
They're like dancers.
no two flames are the same.
Nah.
They're like waves. Like no two waves are ever the same, and it's the same with fires. And that's why I think why surfers are also pyromaniacs.
Yeah. They just got little weird kinks. There's another thing that you can like about it. Rather than just looking at it, oh, and it's warm and it's light, there's a whole nother side to it. It's like well, there's the smell of it as well, but it's like a vibe it's giving it. Like
it's got an aura to it. There's so
licks.
much to it.
It licks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm struggling to want to stop it.
Yeah.
That's my, I walk in there and I'm like, why are we putting this out? It's hot in here.
Why are you stopping a good thing?
Yeah, yeah. I
Because,
know that
like-
maybe there's lives at risk and there's houses and property, and we should be making safe decisions around savable lives and savable property for the government of New Zealand that pay us. But when it's like, they're gonna knock the house down anyway.
Yeah. Like an old house, that's fine. I think just let it burn.
Yeah, yeah, and it's already half the house is fucked. So like they're not gonna like just build that back. They're gonna we might as well just let it like really
Just,
burn.
I reckon if a house is on fire and you guys don't have any chance of putting it out, just invite the whole community around. Get some maybe like 12 to 15 foot long skewers, chuck some marshmallows on the end, and just really get into it and enjoy it.
I've just been noticing like changes in my body around it when it's like I found a new me with it a little bit, and I'm kind of getting like the
stiffies, big stiffies.
Wow, like maybe like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like a tingle.
Half chub, semi chub.
Yeah.
Like it's there, but it's not showing.
And I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like hold the hose, and you can't see a boner through those pants because they're so heavy. They can hold up to like 600 kilos. You know, a fire's like 380 to like 1,000 kilos when you're in the room. I mean, sorry,
kilos.
Celsius, degrees Celsius.
Degrees Celsius.
380, 400. You're in the room.
That's pretty hot.
So like you bake a cake times 2. That's how hot it is.
That's fucking hot.
And you're in there baking like a little pig.
But then, sorry, what? 300 degrees.
Yeah, it can handle
300
that
degrees.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I could be in a room at 300 degrees standing in that thing with my BA mask on and my cylinder.
Have you tried it yet?
Yeah, I've been in little fire rooms and then real fires. There was this big fire on the North Shore where all the disabled people work.
Yeah.
And they
Did one of them start it?
I don't know. No one knows.
You probably can't say too much about this.
Nah, but it was a massive fire and all the paper burnt. It was a paper recycling centre. I don't know why I brought that up. I just different type of people start different fires.
They do. There's different different types of people start different types of fires. But anyway,
that's what I've been doing.
Booger on my
So I'm
nose.
20 days into it. And,
20 days in, and you haven't quit yet, so that's pretty commendable.
I've never quit work. I've only ever been fired.
That would be pretty fitting if you got fired
That's
from
fact.
a fireman job.
That's fact too. I've only ever been fired. Fired from the radio.
So,
Fired.
why did you get fired from the radio?
I got 5 black marks against my name.
What does that mean?
So, well, I did one bad thing, they got a black mark. I did another
Yeah.
bad thing, got a black mark. And when I got to my 5th mark, they were like, sorry, man.
So this is bad
You're too
thing,
high
man. Is
risk.
that like kind of like sexual
Oh,
stuff?
they were like,
or
yeah, maybe. It was
like
a bit
within the
of-
workplace, like
Yeah,
workplace.
Just a whole range. Like, let's look at problems in workplaces as spectrum.
Yeah.
And I managed to light
Most
that
of
rainbow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know that
To
we
the point
haven't
of where,
really.
like, Auckland University of Technology pulled its funding for 2 years from ZM, the radio station I was working for, because of
Oh, wow.
the way I hosted a show.
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, look. That's good to know that we haven't done anything professional with this podcast.
Yeah. That's why we
thank
don't want
God.
any brands.
Thank God we don't make any money at all off this podcast, because you would obviously turn it into a fucking dumpster fire of a show pretty quickly. I mean, not that it's not already, but
I'm a fireman, so I put the fire out and
definitely not monetizable.
not quickly. I just watch it for a little bit and let the half chub settle.
Yeah. And so have you had any time to watch any surfing within that time?
Yes.
Not that you're not really a surfer anyway.
I
or a fan
retired
of it.
actually
Yeah.
later. Well, I
Have
said
you
to myself,
retired? Have you retired from surfing?
Well, I've retired until there's a wave pool in Auckland.
Oh, hold on. We got a break.
Hi, Carol. No, you're allowed to. We're just doing a podcast. No, yeah, but I know I retired until there's a wave pool in Auckland.
So that's when you're going to come out of retirement.
Yeah, because you need a facility to train in.
Yeah.
Surfing's like game day. When you turn up, everyone's watching. There's pressure. You got to it's like when the whistle blows when you paddle out. I want to go sometimes when, you're only there for practice.
Mm.
You don't have to be the man. So I've given up until I've got a practice facility.
So what you're saying is that when you get this practice facility, you're going to book it out for solo sessions just for yourself,
No,
private sessions.
I'll just hire into one of the 10 for the hour. Pay the $40, $50 or $70 for the hour and be one of the 10. $150.
Yeah.
$600.
Yeah, whatever it is. Oh, God knows how much it's going to be. I mean, how inflation is at the
It'll
moment.
only go left.
Yeah, by the time we get that wave pool, I mean, they're saying 2027, which is that's like 4 years' time.
Fuck, are they?
Yeah, 2027, because the same thing is that I just wanted them to finish that wave pool so that I'd at least still have joints like knees, ankles, whatever, that are still fully functional, that I can go and surf a shitty knee-high fucking wave pool wave.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm not even sure if I'll still be surfing by that point.
Is the one in Auckland going to have good waves? Like, will it be like a proper wave?
I mean, they reckon. Have you seen the technology that they have those wave pools? They don't actually look very good.
It's crumbly or like barrely?
Oh, it's just weird. Like, there's just weird looking shaped waves. People who I've talked to have surfed like the one in Melbourne and the one in Sydney.
Is the Melbourne one with the big bell that drops down?
No, that's one in Yeppoon. Yeah. So the other, the Yeppoon one. And I've told you about Yeppoon before, and I know that you love that name, so that's why I've said Yeppoon, just for you. But the other ones in Melbourne and Sydney, they're the ones that use I don't know what the technology is, but it just creates just a kind of a fucking weird little wave. It's got just a tight little curve to it, and it doesn't have like an open face, so it's not like you're going to go and do big hooks on it or anything.
Kelly's one's like a train, right?
It's a train.
And it just like drives down and just pushes the wave with a big arm or something, does it?
He's got train tech.
And
Yeppoon's got plunger tech.
Well, that's teabagging.
Teabagging. Yeah, the teabag plunger.
Teabagging Yeppoon. And then the other one is like they surge it out of like...
Surgy. Yeah, it's surgy.
Ground swelling.
I don't know what you'd call that. Yeah, that's kind of like a...
It's like an old wave pool in the 90s at the West Wave in Auckland.
I think that one's like a fart in a bath.
Yeah.
Because that uses air pressure. I think that uses air pressure to create waves.
What does this one use?
That's a fart in a bath. Yeah, so this new one is a fart in a bath as well.
It's air pressure.
Yeah, so it's using air pressure to create a wave.
So it's wind swell, but underneath the water.
Kind of. Yeah. So I think the best one from what I've seen is... What is it? It's the fart in the bath, but it's not the fart in the bath that they've got in Sydney and Melbourne. It's a fart in the bath like they've got in Japan and Waco, Texas.
So who's going to have it better, Auckland or Sydney?
Oh, I don't know. And I think it depends on how big the pool is as well. If you can make a bigger pool, essentially you could probably create a bigger wave because you've got more water, which means you can have more water in a wave.
I hope we do it well.
And we're back.
Would you consider what you just did drink driving?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've drunk 7/8 of this beer, which is 4.2% alcohol. No, I think I'm fine.
No, it's still drink driving, just legal drink driving.
No, it's legal drink driving. Yeah. You know that you can actually have an open vessel in it.
I'm an advocate for drink driving.
Yeah.
But
just not drunk driving. Not drunk driving. No.
I love going for a little drive on 3 beers.
Mm.
If you can blow under that 250, but you're still feeling it, that's the golden zone.
I know.
Do anything you want.
I feel like we've talked about this on here before.
Getting drunk, but
I can't remember what it was.
Drunk enough to not be illegal.
Yeah.
To drive.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Drink and enjoy it as much as you
line.
can. Fuck it is. And you're teetering on the edge.
I'm well past the line.
What were we talking about before?
I think how many virgins you've slept with.
No, it wasn't that at all. It was not that at all.
Mine's none.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Is that sad? And as a 40-year-old, I'm never going to sleep with a virgin.
No, you're not. Because you've been castrated.
Well, no.
Oh.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I've had a vasectomy.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
I mean, you've lost your manhood, your ability to bear children.
But I'll never make love to a virgin. Yeah. There's no virgins at 40.
40-year-old virgin. There's literally a movie about that. Oh. Although it is fictitious.
Oh, it wasn't a doco.
No, it wasn't a documentary. What I was going to say is that I wouldn't mind. Well, not that I want to be a virgin, but I think in surfing there should be more virgins, because if you're not a virgin, that means if you're a surfer and you're not a virgin, if you're like having sex with people, especially unprotected, that means you have a chance of creating a child.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is then we get more children surfing. Because a lot of surfers will push their children into surfing.
Yep.
And what I've noticed recently is...
Almost every single one.
Almost all of them. They're all very pushy, and that's how we get surf dads and surf parents. Because they all want their kid to be the next Kelly Slater. But what I've noticed recently is, like, all those children are little cunts. And so that's... I've noticed it recently because... in Raglan, there's this big boom.
You've always hated children surfing.
I've always hated children surfing. But at the moment, there's this big boom of kids. And if you'll remember, back in 2010, 2011, there was the massive... They call it the big condom shortage of 2011. And you can actually see it now. When you paddle out at Manu Bay and Raglan, you can see the effects, the long-lasting effects at this massive condom shortage that they had, because the rubber trees in South America, I think, there was this invasive species of moth that wiped out a lot of the trees in South America, the rubber trees, which meant there weren't a lot of like condom manufacturing just halted, and so there were a lot of unwanted pregnancies
And
and
they
a
went
lot
on
of
strike
children.
too. That the latex union went on strike in South America for a while for equality.
Yeah, it was honestly it was the perfect storm that year.
Yeah.
And I think that's why at the moment we've got all these children now that are surfing due to all of that unprotected sex during 2011 of the
It's
great
like
condom
it's
shortage.
It's the baby boom. It's timed out.
It was the exact same thing that they had after World War II.
Two.
It was a baby boom.
Yeah.
And it was the similar baby boom. But obviously this is because of that
Surfing's
invasive
baby boom.
species of moth in South America destroying all the rubber trees.
Well, how come it didn't happen to other sports people, just the surfers?
Oh, I think you'll find that it has happened with other sports, but it's just more noticeable in surfing because, I mean, we hold a lot of resentment and hatred towards anyone else who's doing the sport that we do.
And the parents push the children so much, the children become a little bit cunty.
Oh, not a little bit cunty. Full-blown cunts. And one thing that's kind of...
Do you see your friends that you like and then their kids that you hate?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Which makes me hate my friends more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of inspired me to... Like, if I do... I'm not going to say, like, I'll never have a kid, but if I do have a child, I'm not going to push them into surfing because... Like, when I look at a kid now, I'm just like, oh, that's fucking... James Jr., I might have a friend called James. This is a hypothetical. That's James Jr.'s little cunt. And then, because I'm associating
What's
that
James'
child.
son's name?
Sorry?
What's James' son's
It doesn't matter. The child's name is, don't worry about them.
They don't matter.
They don't matter at all. You just call them the junior of their father. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to have my name tarnished by my shitty child going out there and giving me a bad name.
Why are they even out there? Because kids don't play other sports with adults and stuff like that.
They do not.
You don't go down the park to play rugby with a 40-year-old man,
No.
do you? When you
So why would you do it in surf?
So
in the
get the
surf?
fuck out. Go back to the school. Go play with your mates at the kids area.
Yeah. Well, in surfing, we used to have kiddies corner.
Yeah.
Every surf break would have their kiddies corner where the children would go and surf until they become of age to go and surf with the adults. But because everything's so fucking woke now and you got to, be accepting of everyone, all ages, it's all out the door. And all these little fuckwits can just paddle out and just think that they're equal with adults.
Yeah. So and genders as well.
Oh, same shit. Women are out there just
Yeah.
thinking that they have got the same rights as men. A woman under the age of 18, we need to kind of find a way to bring back some kind of age restriction at least within surfing.
You know how you were talking about Kitty's Corner in Raglan?
Yeah.
And, your mate Sam used to always hang out there. Is he still hanging out there? Even
Different
though it's not...
different kiddies corner you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
I
No,
thought it
that's
was
a
always-
very, very different kiddies corner.
Oh, I consider
But we legally we probably shouldn't talk about that.
Is that still
That's
going through
still
trial?
going. The trial hasn't been yet. So yeah. That's why I kind of almost felt weird bringing up the kiddies corner with surfing. But every surf spot around the world would have a kiddies corner.
It's in their tight little wetsuits, eh?
Yeah. Don't go on from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got on the agenda here that we could. What about in the pro world of surfing? It could being a surfing podcast. I think it's probably important that we look at some of the news and some of the things going on in the pro world.
Yeah, well, I think there's been about 12 to 15 World Surf League comps since the last time we did a podcast. So we'll go back and start with the
Third.
No, actually, we'll just go the most recent one, Margie's.
Margaret River in
That's-
Western Australia.
Yeah, I'm a little bit critical of the World Surf League and how they run all their events and their marketing and just everything about them, really, just like everyone else. But this event, the Margs one,
Their name?
I'm not too phased by the name.
WSL.
Yeah, Wuzzle. But this one is actually really exciting because at Margaret River, they've got this convergence of two waves coming together when it's big, and it creates the most exciting section in surfing. When the surfers, they try to... So, have you seen it? Have you watched it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, Margaret River, main break, it's a big peak. It breaks out the back. It's kind of fat, not that good. But then it comes to this end section over dry reef, and it's like a left-hander coming in towards the right-hander, and all the surfers are expected to... That's their finishing move. So it'll be 8 to 10 foot, and these guys and gals are just getting absolutely fucked up on this end section.
What do you mean
definitely
dry reef?
Well, there's like a dry reefy bit on the inside.
Rocks.
Yeah, like rocks. Yeah. But it's fucking exciting, man. They go for it, and they just get clobbered.
Nice.
It's by far the most exciting thing in surfing.
It does sound. How big is it for this time round?
Well, I mean, I've got pretty big balls, and I surf really big waves. So it's like 3 to 4 foot. But like for you and anyone else, it's like 12 to 15 foot. It's been pretty solid.
12 to 15 foot. And are they paddling into that in Margaret River?
Yeah, they're paddling into it, yeah.
Fuck, they wear helmets?
No, I don't think so.
Is that big enough to wear padding? And you're like...
Nah, not really. I don't think it's so... Out there, it's not so much of hitting the reef, but it's more of the hold downs.
Yeah.
It's like quite a heavy water wave.
And
it's not like a slabby kind of hit the bottom sort of wave.
Who's the best out there, out of the current lot?
Probably John.
Yes.
John, but
he's just holidaying.
He's on his yacht.
Be seen, man.
He's on his yacht.
Apart from Instagram with his... he's got a hot wife, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone's got a hot wife, mate.
They
All
do.
women are beautiful.
Not me, man.
All women are... Your wife's beautiful.
From the back.
From what I've seen.
Yeah, but you're only ever looking at her tits.
Yeah, well... Yeah, sorry. No, I'm not. No, you can't prove that.
I seen you. But she's looking at yours, so it's fine.
My rack ain't too bad. But
John.
John. Yeah. Quickly, segue. John. Yeah, John's probably the best out at Margaret River. Geordie Smith got a 9.5.
You're not allowed to choose him because he wasn't there.
Yeah, but he's still the best. Well, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of guys who surf pretty good. Felipe Toledo surfs good when it's like 3 foot. And then you've got guys like Jack Robinson. He surfs pretty good.
But what about when
he's
it's
from
15?
there?
When it's 15? Like
15 foot?
Well, whatever it was at this competition, who won it?
Well, it hasn't finished yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Oh, who fucking cares? Honestly, I don't even know why we're talking about WSL. Like, it's
for fantasy league.
Do you do fantasy surfing?
No, but
no, neither do I.
But that's what like surfers should talk about because they do fantasy groups and they all like guess who's going to win and shit, and they get points, and then they like that gives them a common ground to like say they still surf.
It gives them a way to be connected. Fuck that fantasy surfer shit is so nerdy. Like I find it's hard enough. Like I'm a surf nerd because I've been surfing since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I've got all this nerdy surfy fucking knowledge and shit inside my body, inside my brain. But I don't want to flex it all the time. And then you've got all these.
You'd clock fantasy surfing.
Nah, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Because I've been gambling. Instead of doing fantasy surfer, my fantasy surfer is TAB gambling, doing multis or parlays.
Chucking $1 on.
Yeah, and I'm not doing very well at that. So I can't imagine I'd be very good at fantasy surfer either.
Okay.
If I can't even, because this is like where those picks have got to be fucking accurate because I'm putting my money on the line here. Not like fantasy surfer. That's bullshit, man. If you want to do proper fantasy surfer, you be a real fucking man and you take some of your girlfriend's hard-earned money and you put that down on several surfers to place at different heats, and you try and make some money back so you can pay her back. Or not.
Yeah. You say you always will, but you never quite get there.
Yeah.
And it's important when you're putting down bets with your girlfriend's money to remember their favourite number.
Their favorite? Well, it's not really. I mean, what are we talking about numericals?
Because
I'm talking about surfing, mate. The numbers don't even come into the equation. No, but when you're going to
gamble someone else's money that you've stolen, then
borrowed,
then I think that it's important to like just put a bit of them in it. That's what I do anyway.
Yeah.
Like my wife's favourite number is 4, so every time I'm gambling her money, I always go to number 4.
There'll be a 4 in there. Well, I guess with surfing, they do have numbers for the surfers.
Yeah, or the fourth heat, or the
fourth heat. Yeah, that is actually quite a nice way.
When you are gambling,
that is quite a nice thing for you to do.
Well, it just makes it kind of their bet as well. Yeah, so you put your bet on.
Yeah, it's yours as well.
Number. Yeah, it's yours as well.
No, that's why I quite like to involve my girlfriend because it is her money that I'm spending on these bets. I do like to involve her in it as well.
How?
Well, I'll maybe shout her like a coffee or something. Like if I get a big win. You know?
Yeah.
Like that big win I had, I think it was like 4 years ago.
Coffee's on me, babe.
It was like, I won like $900.
Sick.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
On sports betting.
Sports?
Or
No,
gambling?
not just gambling. No, sports betting. I don't know what sounds better.
Well, there's 3 types. There's like
I
casino
like
card
to
games.
call it. I like to call it sports investing.
Sports investing.
Aggressive sports investing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a career to many.
Yeah.
Well, small percentage.
Well, you look at it like my girlfriend's into investing, right? Like her money. But I also like investing her money as well, and that's why I invest it like aggressively in sports.
She's investing her time into losers.
Well, no, she's not, because like I said, I won
$800.
$800 at one time.
True, it's a good point. That's $200 a year.
Yeah, but the problem with gambling, aggressive sports investments, is that you always forget the losses and you only remember the wins.
That's right.
So, like with that selective memory, I have no idea how much of my girlfriend's money I've actually
But
lost.
they've been training us to do that for years. They're like, forget it, move on.
Move on, exactly. Forget the
move on.
losses, remember the victories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn from those.
Like every sports psychologist will tell you, just like learn from
Focus on the good.
your mistakes and keep going. Yeah, only losers quit.
Exactly.
And that's why I keep doing aggressive sports investments. Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with that little feeling you get at an idle time, wanting some serotonin.
Oh, the dopamine hit.
Dopamine, sorry.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I haven't won any money on this latest one. Sorry, what were we talking about? Surfing. Oh yeah, I didn't want to talk about the WSL.
Oh.
Blah blah blah.
Oh, you got notes?
I did have notes.
Kelly. Who's Kelly?
Kelly Slater.
Fuck. Have you got this?
Nah. I wanted to tell you this thing that happened to me the other day that I haven't told any. No, I told a couple of people about. But so can we just I just wanted to reenact it.
I met Kelly.
Can
Slater.
we reenact it? We're not talking about Kelly Slater. So just stand up. Hold on.
Jesus.
We won't be able to see us on the. Hold on. Go on your knees on the couch so we can see. So it's like a thing.
Like casting couch.
Yeah, like casting couch, kind of. It's not going to get sexual or anything. Okay, so.
It's not comfy.
Okay, so the scene, the setting, Monu Bay car park.
Where?
Monu Bay car park. Friday afternoon.
Busy.
About 3 p.m. Pissing down with rain. Maybe a handful of surfers out. Me, a young German backpacker, walks up to you. Luke Sederman, local fucking legend, one of the best surfers that's ever lived. I come up to you and I say, hello, I have noticed that you have 2 surfboards in the back of your car. I was just wondering if it was possible for maybe that I could possibly use one for maybe just 2 hours out here. Is that just okay with you? And then you go, you be me.
Fuck off, you filthy European rat.
Wait, so that's how you think that I replied to this guy?
Yeah, I think maybe something along those lines. You're not touching my surfboards. They are for pro surfers like me and have been moulded and shaped for skill sets that you can't even dream of. You 2-legged German.
Yeah. Yes, but you have 2 of them. You're not going to have on one foot and have on the other foot and then surf like a little ski man. You're not going to surf like a little ski man out there, are you? So why do you need 2 surfboards?
One's for me, and the other one is for D's nuts. And then you pull your towel up and you just show him your bull bag, and you go.
Wait, nah, you've gone off topic now because you're talking like third person. You're supposed to be talking directly to me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but no. What I did was we'll go back to.
I always do that.
Yeah, you went too far. But but what actually happened? What actually happened? Oh, did you get me a beer?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, thanks. You didn't get me. Oh, yeah, thanks. No, but what actually happened was, after he asked me if he could borrow one of my boards, you
said yes.
No, I didn't, and this was a weird thing about it was...
I love Germans, by the way. I sounded like in my skit that I didn't like them and I called them European rats.
Yeah.
I fucking love Europe and Europeans.
No, like, Germans are good because they're consistent, you know? They're like... Because
they're white people. They're the ones I love.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
darker
yeah,
skinned
yeah.
people that I'm not that fond of.
Yeah. No, it's good that you've outed yourself as a full-blown racist. But no, like I was saying, like he came up to me and he said that, and I was just like, it's taken back a little bit. I'd never had that before. Never had someone like count the amount of surfboards that I had in the boot of my car, and then ask if they could maybe
Borrow
use one.
And you don't ask to borrow someone's surfboard.
No, you don't. And there were
they're
two ways.
Expensive and they damage easy.
And these were my two favourite surfboards that I have. Shaped by Lee Stacey, thank you so much. Best surfboards in the world. And
the whole
at
world?
first, no, okay, shush. So there were two ways I could have gone with this. There were, or possibly more. There was obviously a yes and there was a no. For me, it was a no because they were my two favourite surfboards. I wasn't lending them to anyone, let alone someone who has probably never surfed ever.
Would you lend it to me?
No, I wouldn't lend it to you.
You wouldn't?
No.
Let me surf it. If we're in the car park together and I didn't have a board...
I don't want my favourite boards to be damaged by anyone, so I'm not going to let anyone but myself surf my boards.
I will pressure ding this shit out of them.
Yeah. You probably would. You'd fucking snap it or something stupid. And then the other side of me was just like, well, he's right. I do have two surfboards. And it would be pretty nice of me to just lend this young fellow,
He's not about to surf
this
it.
young,
That's too elite.
polite guy, one of my boards.
Yeah.
And I said no. And then I was kind of, am I a dick for saying no?
How did you say no?
I just said, I kind of laughed. You know, I laughed. I definitely laughed in his face. I laughed in his face because I thought he was joking. I looked around and I thought, surely, like, is there someone filming this? Like, this is weird. Like, I'd had a similar sort of thing in Uluwatu once. But yeah, I kind of laughed directly in his face, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But for him, he was coming from such a genuine place that he didn't think what he said was strange or out of line at all.
No.
So he was just kind of like,
He
what,
would
what
lend
is this?
his board.
Well, clearly, I guess he would have lent his board. He didn't have one.
No.
Thus, the reason he's asking me to borrow mine. But I also kind of thought, well, if someone asks to borrow your surfboard in a surfing area, in a car park, like Manu Bay, that you should never let them use your surfboard. Because if someone has to ask to use a surfboard, it means that they should not be surfing.
And you don't want to start that culture. Then if someone says yes, then that experience is going to go down well. Then they might ask someone, and then that's just going to grow. And then you've got people asking to borrow his fucking surf.
That becomes a thing.
It doesn't happen at skate parks.
No.
It doesn't happen at surf schools and places. It doesn't happen anywhere.
It's not a thing.
Apart from, where do they say gazahoon on yours? Where does that ever happen?
It's not a thing.
Swingers
it's
clubs.
not a fucking thing.
It's the only place.
And it shouldn't be a thing. And then that's why I shut him down. But then I was kind of weird because I thought, is this a thing that they do in Germany? Is this like a cultural thing? But it didn't matter because we weren't in fucking Germany.
Yeah, the only thing I ever asked to borrow is someone's wetsuit.
I would borrow someone's wetsuit.
Yeah, I would lend my wetsuit and I borrow wetsuits.
I borrowed a wetsuit in France, and this really delightful French guy came into my room at 3 a.m. and gave me his wetsuit.
What? 3 a.m.?
I'm not adding context to that. I'm just leaving that as it is.
What? Were you awake?
I was asleep.
Was what?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad time to arrive.
No, he still lent me his wetsuit. That was the main thing. Whether or not he gave it to me at 3 a.m. when I was asleep or not.
Was it wet?
It wasn't wet. It was dry. So it was good. He could have just given it to me the next morning, but he thought, hey, I got to get Luke this wetsuit. So he gave it to me at like 3 a.m.
Is he a pro surfer?
Yeah, well, yeah. He was sponsored by
Arguably,
Volcom. He was sponsored by Volcom, and he lent me his Volcom wetsuit. So that was pretty cool.
That is nice.
Yeah. So, wetsuits, I guess, is okay. Like, because you're not really going to damage a wetsuit too much, although I've seen what you can do to a wetsuit.
Yeah. You know those glue-lined suits?
Glue-lined, yeah.
On the inside?
Glued and stitched or something.
Yeah, and I managed to melt the glue.
You melted the glue.
Well, it just goes after a few fucking surfs, it's gone.
Hold on, sorry.
Right.
I'm just doing this real, smooth segue into questions.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the question part. We didn't have a Goofy Footer of the Week because I forgot to do that. We haven't done a podcast in so long, so I haven't done that. So I'm just going to give it to us. We're both Goofy Footers. Fuck it, we get it this week. No Natural Footers of the Week.
And maybe Goofy Footers haven't actually been that good at cunts lately, and they need to fucking pick the game back up so that we've got someone that stands out that we can recognise.
You know what? I'm going with that.
I'm going all Goofy Footers to do something cool, man.
No, we do need to be kept in check, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Do something fucking cool if you're a goofy footer this week. Challenge yourself. If you're a natural footer, you're fucked, so don't bother. And just good luck.
But goofy footers, like, step up your
Surfing
game.
switch.
Like, we're already at the top, but there's no reason that we can't just, like, maintain the excellence that we have.
Do something cool.
All right, okay, questions.
Film yourself doing it, send it to Luke.
Okay, is Jules surfing better because he's bald now?
Jules.
Should I shave it all off too?
It's Jules.
Julian Wilson.
It's Jules. Is he bald now?
He's bald. He's bald. He's
Did
one
he
of the
get a
bald
Manzillion?
brothers. He's one of the bald boys. And we like when we
Jules.
bald boys see each other, we usually like bump heads, like go boop like
I've
that on
always
each other's heads.
wondered what he looked like with no hair, so it's cool that we can know that now.
Did I tell you when I was going to do that to Kelly Slater, like ask him if I could go and boop on
Like
his head?
dinosaur, donk, you know
Eh?
how they fight? A bronchiomotorus?
Yeah, no, kind of like that.
Yeah.
A brachiosaurus.
No, not brachiosaurus.
Oh, not a brachiosaurus.
Bronchiomosaurus.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, the bald one.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. So with the stab high, it's like a aerial competition. No. So it's an aerial competition in a pool in
I
Japan.
haven't been stab high.
And so someone said, "What do you think about heavyweight airs, 300-pound plus? Who do you think can do them?"
How many kilos is 300 pound?
So 230 pounds. 230 pounds is roughly 105 kgs.
Me.
Well, you and I'm probably 235, 240 pounds, 235. So if I think about it, I've talked about this on here before, but if we're talking about the best big guy aerialist in the world,
thick,
I
eh?
reckon I'm up there. And the only reason is because I
best
can physically
aerialist-
the best
A
big
weight class.
weight class is. I think I would be up there with some of the best big air guys in the world because just even being able to do an air at my size is a feat in itself.
I don't know any other surfers that weigh 110 plus kegs that do airs.
No, neither do I. I couldn't fucking name one.
You.
Yeah, well, I'm naming myself not to be arrogant, but I'm just like, this is facts.
What you do, are they airs?
Yes, they are fucking aerials. I don't do as
It's an
many
yeah.
as I used to do, and they're not as high because obviously basic laws of physics
Yeah, and age.
and age. Well, not really age. I'm still like real good and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
well, then a fat guy
this one
needs to
here.
do an air.
This one here. Do you edit your videos or outsource?
What does that mean?
Oh, I think someone is asking if I get someone else to make my videos for me.
Oh, they're probably like because they editors. They might be editors.
Do you reckon?
Just say not yet.
Not yet.
Winky
I don't
face.
want someone else to make my videos for
Not
me.
yet. Winky face.
No. What? No, I'm the only one who edits my videos. I wouldn't let anyone else touch my videos.
Just say I'm all in source, baby.
Or are they trying to say? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're saying that I actually edit videos like a professional.
Your editing is pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. What else have we got?
Just read.
Is it cheating if you let someone else who's not your significant other pop your pimples?
Nah. Fuck no.
What?
Absolutely not.
That is cheating.
No, it's not.
Yes, that's what my girlfriend reckons. That's why she asked this question. She said she'd find it more horrific if she saw another woman popping my pimples. More horrific than if I'd slept with someone else.
So you could stroke another woman's labia.
Yep.
But you couldn't pop her pimple.
No. She couldn't pop my pimples.
Your missus loves popping pimples so much.
Yep.
How many pimples do you have?
Not that many because I'm 42.
Do you think she's cheating on you and popping other pimples?
Oh, I fucking hope not.
If you saw her popping another man's pimple, would you be upset?
I wouldn't care because I'm not a fucking weirdo like my missus is, who's like all like keen on popping pimples.
I'd let your missus pop my pimple.
Well, I wouldn't let her touch you. Actually,
I would let your missus pop my pimple.
I wouldn't be worried to be
On my,
honest.
like,
I would think it was weird at first, but then like I know that she likes popping pimples.
does she wear protection when she pops pimples?
Nah, she goes like she raw dogs it.
Hot.
Okay, and then Sterling Spencer. You remember him? Are you like because you made fun of his fat cousin Ryan?
Yep.
Yeah. So he asked any tips on going bald.
Ryan Spencer asked if there's any tips on going
No,
bald.
Sterling Spencer did.
Well, who's Ryan Spencer?
That's his cousin. His cousin that you said was fat, and now he doesn't like you.
And he's actually not that fat.
No, he's not really that fat. He's
He's
just
quite
solid
athletic.
set like me.
And he's funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
They're quite cutesy, those guys.
They are, eh?
They're so gentle in the way they approach everything.
Yeah. They're not very ripshit and bust, eh?
I learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
And that
Have you
hot,
watched
the
a bit
hot
of their
guy,
stuff?
The hot one with the sunglasses?
Or both of them are hot.
Yeah, but the beachy one,
Oh, Sterling. Yeah.
not the one that looks like he's. One of them looks like he's an accountant or something, or does something officey but wants to be extreme, and the
Yeah.
other guy is extreme, but is so relaxed that you're not sure whether he's faking it or not.
Yeah. So he's looking for tips on going bald. I'm not sure if he wants to actually just like, if he's trying to outsource his podcast content by getting me to talk about what it's like going bald so that he doesn't have to talk about like baldness on his podcast.
I get what he's asking. He's because he's got such nice hair.
He's got luscious locks. That's why I'm thinking that maybe he's
What's
actually
it like
trying
to be bald.
No, but he's trying to scam me by getting this information out of me, and then he might just hijack this information and put it on his podcast, which is much bigger, way bigger audience, and he does it more than twice a year. So he might be trying to take this information from me because like I've got such good opinions about everything.
You've got nothing he wants.
Excuse me?
You've got nothing he wants.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Except, wow.
Fuck off.
What does he want from you, man?
Nah. I don't know. I think we should end this podcast, mainly because I'm fucking sick of your shit, to be honest.
Why? All I have said was that trannies have facial hair and head hair.
You said way more than that. You definitely said that, but you said all this other stuff. And you know what I was thinking as well? We need something like really dramatic and something that's like eye-catching so that we can use it for a clip and put like a whole bunch of subtitles down here for Instagram, and which like advertises this one podcast episode that we probably won't do again.
Okay. Do you want me to like... So I need to do something extreme now that you can tease will happen in this episode?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what can we do? Like,
Make
we need
sure
something.
you blur this out.
Yeah. No. Don't pull your dick out.
Why?
Just don't. Oh, God. No.
Okay.
Not that.
You won't have to blur it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, that's not what I wanted for, like, the podcast teaser. I was going to, like, have subtitles along here, and then you've done this.
Look at the detail.
Mate, you've fucking ruined this. You've ruined this whole podcast. All right. Okay, that's it. We'll be back next year. No, when? November.
November.
We'll be back in November. Or not. He'll be in jail.